What's up, everybody? We are making some shad colored worms, and figured yeah, you can kind of see it there. You can see a little bit of the effect. So we still have some sunlight right now, and eventually that'll change. So for the time being, I can kind of show you what the color looks like, and then eventually it's not going to look so good once it gets dark. So yeah, we can kind of see it now. I don't know, there's just such a pretty hyper shift in there. Yeah, it's sort of a hologram shad. Just a little hologram flake. Yeah, you can kind of, okay, you can see a little bit of that kind of purple and green there. Yeah, so this is what we're going for. So we're going to basically take the ones we already put out and get ready to fire up the next set. What's going on, guys? We are live for the second time this week. Marlin Bates. Shout out to Marlin Bates. No, I don't use the water cure, and the water more like to cool them down so that they're not as gummy and tacky. I used to do that when I was running a lot more injection. But now that I'm not running as much injection, where my molds are getting really hot between shots, I don't do it much. So I don't do it much, and by that I mean ever. Yeah, again, yeah, really pretty. Yeah, really hard to see, but this is what we got to do. Oh, what's going on, Kyle? Hello again for the second time this week. What's up, buddy? No, we're not playing outside. All right, and then you gotta go inside. My kids just me, buddy.
You're really late because it's past your bedtime.
It's past my bedtime? Are y'all hearing this? Adley, no ma'am, get back down here.
Yeah.
About to have to go put my kids inside. Yeah, thank you, man. Learned a lot from the videos. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, guys, inside. I'll be right back. Come on, inside. I can't watch you. Go inside. Go inside. All right, Daddy can't watch you while he's working. Okay. All right. Inside. Thanks, guys. Do not come back out here. Thank you. And we're back. In years past, they couldn't just open up the door whenever they wanted, so. Hello, Brett. How are you? We are taking worms out of molds. Beautiful. Your bait company opens next week. Very cool. Very cool. What do you mean by winged fluke? What does that mean? Hello. I'm gonna butcher your name, man. Rodolfo? Hello. How are you? Is anybody else pouring tonight? I'd have to see a picture of it. I can't keep up with every bait that's out there. Not anymore. It's all I can do to keep up with the stuff that I make. So, yeah, I mean, the forward-facing sonar fiasco, if you want to call it that, has kind of made everyone jump out there to try to reinvent the fluke wheel. I don't know. To me, a lot of it's novelty, but we wouldn't have the tracer shad if that was not if that was not so popular right now. So, yeah, depending on what's going on with my children, because I can hear them screaming inside, because my wife is in there. Depending on what's going on with them, I may have to cut this short. You never know. Making frogs. Very good. Snatching lips. Ah, crap. There we go. Haven't poured in a while, huh? That's no good. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Yeah, we got really lucky with the hurricane. Very lucky. Okay, so you're having to move all your stuff. Okay. This is part of a worm order where I have to hand pour 150 10-inch ribbon tails. And we have 16 of them done so far. G3s, yeah, get ready, man. Get ready. It will loosen your moose. It's a lot of patience required. Just to do simple things. This one's not exactly simple, but yeah. You're in for it, buddy. You're in for it. It's going good. I find it enjoyable to pour in difficult molds, really difficult things. I find it to be very fun. All right, one more here. Yeah, Pete, just remember, it's about temperature. The key to open pouring is temperatures. You master temperature control. That's the most important thing, I think. If you can do that, you can do just about anything. I live at about 270 degrees, Brett. Yeah, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a super chat, all those YouTube things, you know. What's going on, Harold? How are you? So there's like one little piece of kind of what we're doing. I don't know how well you can see that. So, oh yeah, man, the boat is broken in. We've had some good trips. I'll cure things for a couple of days, but never less than 2 days. So water does not cure the bait. Time cures the bait because the curing process is a chemical process. Um, Whenever I used to run a lot of injection, after a couple shots, the molds get really hot, but you're peeling baits out. Sometimes they can still be really hot, soft, and yeah. The water was just to kind of try to get them to set up real quick, just to make them better to handle, so that I'm not trying to arrange baits that are just still soft and gummy. So, but no, water does not chemically cure. So I like to pour my 10-inch ribbon tails in raw tube plastic. A big worm like that, you want a lot of durability. You can go with a durable, firm plastic and still get good action. And that is, of course, the AI 10-inch hand pour ribbon tail worm mold. Thank you. The weather's hot, man. It's miserable out here. As soon as I'm done with these worms, I'm out. Trent, the best way to scent a plastic bait is to bag them, cure them, bag them, and then just whatever let's say you want to put crawfish scent or garlic or something like that, or anise, or in any of those. 10-15 drops straight into the bag. If you mix it into the plastic while it's hot, the scent will actually burn out, so you'll wind up getting less scent. You'll actually get a lot less scent out of it. You want to add it raw to the finished baits inside of a worm bag. That way the scent oil doesn't just leach out. Thump 'em, what's going on? I'm glad you learned some things. We're still learning every day ourselves. Mardi Gras, yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, you can't really tell it here, but that's blue crawl. It's just a little too saturated, so you don't see the morph. You don't see the morph effect as well. Whoops. You don't see it as well as I wanted, but like if you hold it up, yeah, you can kind of see it there. I don't know, but anyway, I've been making a lot of stuff for myself lately, like just for the just trying to. I got a new bass boat a few months ago now, and I'm trying to do it justice and fill it up with good stuff. So I'm actually spoiling myself a little bit. So yeah. Does worm oil help with anything? Absolutely. Worm oil is great for lubricating your injectors. It works really well to clean molds. If you've ever dropped a bait on the ground, it's immediately going to pick up every piece of dust and dirt. You can add a few drops of worm oil to your finger and you can clean off the surface of a bait. Worm oil is also just a good way to keep your baits oiled and shiny inside of packaging. Oh golly, what else can worm oil do? You can actually use it as a softening agent for your plastic. There's several things, and really all scent oil is worm oil base. Clamshells for rippers swim back. I'm not sure. I don't do the clamshell thing. I haven't bought bait packaging in 10 years. Yeah, okay, yeah, Temptation Tackle sounds familiar. If I'm bagging baits, let's see, hold on. The question is, do I use worm oil? If I'm bagging up worms, I'll put some in there. Whenever I bag up my swim baits for customers, I don't ever use worm oil. Yeah. No. It works really good when you're bagging up baits that have a lot of like small little appendages and legs and little things that can get twisted up and then ripped when you're trying to pull them apart or get it out of the bag, brush hogs and things. Worm oil kind of makes those a lot easier, I think, to handle. That's my opinion. Yeah. Injector oil. Injector oil might be different. I don't know. You can use anything. You can use any spray oil-based lubricant to clean your injectors out and to lubricate the injector O-rings. It all works. Worm oil is plasticizer oil. You are correct. Yeah, Mark, that would be good. Very sorry to hear about your friend. Yeah, I don't get out much. That is for sure. We do not get out much. I'm trying to sell baits with my friend. Can you give me some tips? Ooh, boy. Man, that's a lengthy discussion. If you want to DM me on Instagram, we can kind of get into we can have that discussion. The curing rack is amazing. Best jerkbait mold. It's either going to be the Tracer Shad or just your good old-fashioned fluke. So I was a professional drummer in my early 20s. Just a couple of years, I would say only a few years on a limited basis. Like I wasn't ever full time. I went on a couple small tours. I've been playing drums, getting paid to do it for a long time, but at the professional level, it was very brief. Hey, thanks, Jason. Thank you. Yep. All right. Going to be adding some hypershift, some small hologram flake, some medium black flake, and man, this is so pretty. A lot of people don't make shad pattern worms, right? It's yeah. Oh, very cool. All right, let me go get this flake. What's going on, Mike? Wait, I can't call you Mike. It's Michael, right? Does anyone actually call you Mike? Kung Pao, what's going on? Ordered some legend worm molds. Yeah. So AI makes injection curly tail worm molds, but not the exact ribbon tail. Yeah. Electric shad finesse worms are some excellent. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. When a lot of people think worms for bass fishing, their first thought usually doesn't run to a shimmery, shiny shad pattern. Have I caught any big bass on the AR frog? Not big, like 4 pounds. I haven't caught a big bass in a long time. What I have done is gotten a lot of bites on it. So, yep, I have a good custom frog mold that I had made like in 2014, and the AR frog, I throw it right there together. I mix them into the same bag. Whenever I pull it out, I don't care which one. It's just as good as any. I actually turned down getting the 5-inch tracer. I could have gotten it before it came out, but I had already done a couple tracer videos, and I didn't personally want the 5-inch. I have the 3 and the 3.5. I sold my 4. Well, no, sorry, my 4-inch. Okay, I gave away some tracer shad molds in the 100,000 subscriber giveaway, and then I reacquired a 3 and a 3.5, because those are the sizes that I would throw should I do something like that if I ever get the chance, and what I would like to sell. So no, I actually only have the two of the smaller ones. I have the regular 5-inch fluke, and that's the one I want for my personal. So, yep, I don't need them all. As much as I'd like to have every mold out there, I simply do not have room or have a really good reason to have everything. So every now and then you gotta say no. Let me know if the feed's getting bad. My internet sometimes isn't so great out here. Yeah, let me just turn whatchamacallit, phone data. Yeah, we were just talking about how unfortunately we think MF might be like closed for good. So I got a little bit of insider information from somebody who's a really close friend of theirs. And not the way I would have wanted them to close. It's okay if they close, like every business, eventually runs its course. But some of the things I heard, and then something that Michael texted me earlier, not what I wanted to hear. So, we're not here to spread gossip, but I don't think we'll be seeing MF anymore. And that makes me sad. I've been doing this a long time, and MF has been there every step of the way. Yeah, their website still might be live. I have no idea, but from what I've heard, it's not going to be a thing. You know anyone buying molds? Yeah, dude, go to the Dead On Soft Plastic Bait Nation page and post up your molds for sale. There are some dedicated mold sales pages, but they have very small audiences. And another thing, the Dead On page is monitored really well. So a lot of scammers that get on there that want to buy your stuff and then not actually pay you, a lot of them, okay, well, no social media. I'm not sure how to connect you with these people then. I'm not really sure how I could help you. Ow, that hurt. Brad Hardy just texted me, one of the all-time great soft plastic bait makers. I wish he still poured more regularly. I don't ever get to see his work anymore. Yeah, I would imagine they're going to probably sell off overstock or whatever they have left, but yeah. Unfortunately, once I'm out of a few of my MF colors, I'll never be able to get them again. You can, if you still have some of the colors that you need, you can make motor oil. But things like olive, their dark watermelon, their original blue craw, cutthroat trout, olive oil. Those will all be gone by the wayside. And that makes me sad. Makes me sad. Yeah, I've got enough motor oil to keep me happy for a long time. But, hey, once it's gone, it's gone. And, you can make it, but you still have to have the right kind of pigment bases. And most of the stuff from other manufacturers, it's all opaque. You're never gonna take a bunch of Lure Works colors or bait plastics or Lure Craft and make MF motor oil out of it. It's not gonna happen. So kind of sad. I don't know. I know that Jeff gave Michael the recipe, so maybe there's a way to get it from some other pigments, but what made MF pigments so unique is how translucent they are. You can add 100 drops, you can still see through the bait. A lot of them are really bad with bleeding, but they're very unique pigments, and you need that kind of stuff to make some of those recipes. There's no way around it. So, yep. Yep, it's a thing of the past. Yeah. Yep. Mojave lizard, yeah, man. That mold shoots. Let me tell you, the 8-inch AI lizard mold shoots perfectly. It's like the tracer shad of lizards. It's dummy proof. You can't mess it up. They man, they do such a great job. And I'm about to shoot a video this weekend with some uniquely machined molds in terms of how they are vented or not vented, as a demonstration on denting. So Josh at AI and I have teamed up, and we are going to do a video all about denting, what causes it, what doesn't cause it, how to solve it, how to not solve it, and clearing up a lot of bad information out there about denting. A lot of people will have denting problems and they'll post a picture of it out there into the bait universe, and you'll have a bunch of dorks come back with responses. The mold isn't made right, it's not vented. There's just a lot of bad actors. So we're going to be we're going to be setting them straight. So, hey guys, I got to hop off for a second. I might be able to come back on, I might not. If not, we'll see you in the next one. Sorry, I got to take this phone call. My apologies. Alright, maybe we'll be back on, maybe not. Now I got to figure out how to get out of here. Maybe this will work.